This is our first FINDRA vlog, so welcome, and if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to YouTube, because we're now, FINDRA's arrived on YouTube. So we thought we'd do a vlog because we thought it would be a great way to give you the opportunity to find out a little bit more about FINDRA, see behind the scenes, and just really kind of get a feel for what we get up to in the business and the different things that we do, what's involved in running the business, and the various things that we get involved in. So that's what this vlog's all about. And actually it's a great time to do it because we've had such a busy month. Every month's busy, so it's not really new, but there just seems to have been quite a lot happening. It's been a great month. Obviously it's summertime, it's lovely, so getting outdoors is fun, and we've had some good spells of weather, which it looks like we're going to have a little bit more of. Fingers crossed, the sunshine is coming, and just really enjoying the opportunity with the longer days to get outside and do the things that we love, as well as all the other work related stuff. So we're a small team, and you might have met some of the team in some of our other videos, including our four-legged friends. So we've got Merlot and their sister Tala who visit, who you'll have saw in one of our other videos, and then I've got a dog, a black Labrador called Horace, who isn't here that much but is usually, you know, involved in some ways, bit of a FINDRA mascot, so he's an important little part of the story. But what have we been up to? So many of you might or might not know that as well as being an e-commerce business, we also have a shop and cafe in Innerleithen. So Innerleithen is where I live and also where the business was founded. It's quite a small little town in the Tweed Valley, and it has an incredible history which is strongly linked to the textile industry, which is my background. So a really nice special connection. At one point, even though it was a very small population, it had 5 textile mills. So really strong textile heritage, and sadly with many of the textile towns across the UK, you know, sadly that side of things is gone and we don't have any textile mills there. So not brilliant, but it is still an important thing to me and to the people that live there, and that lovely story and that lovely connection. So we've got a shop in the high street, and within the shop we also run a cafe, which is completely new to me and not an area that, other than working in pubs as a student, not an area that I've spent a lot of time in, and didn't even drink coffee until not that long ago. But the cafe and shop is a really great way to tell the story of FINDRA and to showcase the brand. It's a really incredible building. It used to be the town jail, and one of the original cells is still in existence, and that's where the little cafe kitchen is, where we serve coffees from. So if you're ever in Innerleithen, please do pop in. It's a really lovely space and very welcoming. You can browse our products, you can have coffee and cake, or you can have lunch now. So lovely place to stop, little pit stop, if you're out in the hills, walking, cycling, canoeing, paddleboarding on the River Tweed. So that's the shop, and where we're filming today is what's called the Wool Store. So again, we are connected to our textile heritage, and the Wool Store is an old mill in a little village called Walkerburn, which is just along the River Tweed from Innerleithen. And from the Wool Store we do all of our online fulfilment. We have a design studio, we have our office space, and this is where our little team work really hard to design product, develop product, fulfill your orders, communicate with you through email and phone calls, and where we do all of our stock replenishment. All of our stock arrives here, it's all replenished. So it's a busy little hub, and we might be a small team but we're a pretty mighty team, and that's kind of how I look at it. And I think, well, I'm pretty sure that in future videos, in the next few videos, you'll get to meet each of the team. So what have we been up to in the last few weeks or month? So in our shop, the back space of the shop we really love to invite local artists to come and exhibit their artwork. So we see it as a little sort of gallery space. It's a really lovely light-filled room, and we like to invite people to showcase their work, and especially if they've got some sort of connection to nature, which a lot of artists, generally speaking, are inspired by nature. So at the start of the month we had a lovely textile exhibition in FINDRA called Mountains of Red by a textile artist called Julia Complin. And Julia is a long distance endurance runner. She likes to get out in the hills. She's really into her outdoor activities, and also very inspired by the environment that she runs in. So she also weaves, so she's a loom weaver, and so she combines her outdoor activity and the inspiration she gets when she's outdoors, and she brings that in to her weaving and her work, and creates these really beautiful wall hangings, which the colours and the sort of pattern within it, you can really see a direct link to the outdoors and to nature. So Julia had an exhibition at FINDRA, and it was a really lovely exhibition, and those pieces felt very at home in the FINDRA shop. We just felt like they belonged there, which was really lovely to see. And then we've also got involved with a local women's mountain bike group called the FNY Collective. And the FNY Collective are an incredible bunch of women who do incredible work to encourage other women to get into mountain biking and to give mountain biking a try. So we felt that they, really shared the values that we have about empowering and encouraging and inspiring women to get outdoors more. And we are both based in the Tweed Valley, and we just felt like, how great would it be if we could do some work together. So this year we are working with them through the FINDRA Foundation, where we are sponsoring two women to take on their mountain bike leadership course, so that they can go and be trained to then take other women out on the trails and show them how to go about mountain biking, support them in that process. And I'm a very firm believer that you need to see yourself out there. You need to see women in the outdoors doing great things at whatever level. But if you can see yourself, you will feel it's a place for you. And that is really important to me, and it's really important to us as a brand. So we're really excited to be working with the FNY Collective. And we went along to one of their events that's basically, getting out and onto the trails. And it's a silly event where women get dressed up, and there's a pre-planned route, and there's clues along the route. The Hunt, it's called. So it's about getting out there and just having a really good time, having fun, having a laugh. The team that leads this are so fantastic. They make sure that that is a really safe event, a really safe environment for women to just relax, but that everything's in place, because obviously it's trail bike riding, so you always have to make sure that the health and safety is there too. And the Hunt left from a beautiful place called Traquair. So Traquair is the oldest inhabited house in Scotland, goes way back. It's got an incredible history linked to Mary Queen of Scots. It is an absolutely amazing building, so much history within building, the grounds, and the family that run it are down the line from the Stuart clan, and very supportive of the local community and local businesses and events that are taking place. So they have a stunning walled garden, and that was where the team were based. That was where the Hunt started, and we pitched up there to showcase FINDRA and support the girls doing the event, running the event. So that was a fun weekend, really great to be part of that and great to work with them. On a more commercial front, we had some new styles arrive this month. So our Merino Light, which is our lightweight summer range of merino products, we had 3 new styles arrive. So we had the Sandy and Dariska t-shirts, which are just a really lovely simple, basic merino t-shirt that's your kind of go-to top in the summer. And then we also done the Anne dress, which is a new style for us, and that's just a lovely simple dress for pulling on if you've been swimming or you're, you know, on warmer days. But again, all styles are just very much part of the FINDRA range of products. So they're simple, they're stylish, they're versatile, really understated. You can mix and match them with all of our other styles, and they're just lovely. Well, I think they are. So they've gone well, so you must think they are too. And it's been great to get some new product in. Talking of which, we are working really hard right now on some new styles for next spring summer. So the sort of timeline for developing a product from concept, from design, through to having that product available to buy online can be between sort of 9 and 12 months. So it's quite a long lead time, and you have to start quite early on in the sort of design stage and the product development stage. So we've been working since the start of the year on new products that we will be showcasing to you in spring summer next year. And as part of that, we've got a new team member. We've been working with Donna, who works freelance for FINDRA, and she's been working with me, taking the design idea and then product developing that, and working with our suppliers on prototypes. Then the prototypes arrive, and once you get your prototype in, you fit it on a person so that you can see, does it fit, is it right, is the length of it right, do we need to shorten it, does it look the way we thought it would, because it can sometimes be quite challenging when you've got a sketch or a computer aided design like a CAD, to make sure that that's actually got all of the details in it, and that the manufacturer makes the first photo exactly how you want it. So there's quite a lot of backwards and forwards, quite a lot of feeding back that things might need to change, or you know, that we don't like something that we thought we might like. So that's always a really fun process and a very kind of nice development process, hence product development. So we're really excited about the products that we're bringing in. They'll be very much in the handwriting of FINDRA, but they'll be slightly different as well. So we hope that that kind of broadens what we offer and broadens your opportunity to purchase products that you feel you might need for getting outdoors. So that's exciting, and I'm currently just working on the colour palette for that right now, to select the various colours that we want to develop those products in. What else? I also was involved in a Women in Business event. Quite often I will go along to these things to network, but I also on occasion get invited along to be part of a panel discussion and share my story and my journey with FINDRA. So I was on the panel at an event very recently for the South of Scotland Enterprise, along with 2 other amazing women, and we went along to the Great Tapestry of Scotland Museum in Galashiels, and basically we just told our story and then opened it up to the audience to ask questions. And off the back of that, I've been working a little bit, over the years I've done a little bit of mentoring, and so I've been working with an incredible entrepreneur called Lauren, who we, you know, hit it off and get on really well. But I also feel, for me, it's a little bit of giving back to be able to support someone who is on that journey, maybe at an earlier stage than me, but just looking for that bit of input. So we've met up for our first mentoring session. That was really fun. We also have had an amazing time with such an incredible woman, Jen Isherwood, who is just the best, most inspiring woman in the outdoors, and just women. She's just incredible. So Jen and I went and we done a little video all about wild swimming, and Jen is, I think her incredible title actually is Head of Adventure. So she's a school teacher, but she's an outdoor education teacher, and she's the sort of chief adventure officer, if you like, and she's extremely knowledgeable about getting outdoors safely. And so our little wild swim video tells you all about, it's got filled with lots of tips on getting outdoors for swimming, how to prepare for it, how to be safe, you know. So Jen talked us through how you assess where you're swimming and just make sure you're aware of the surroundings, the weather. You know, so it's that. I thought the phrase that came to my mind was, you know, getting prepared for spontaneity, but you have to be prepared. So preparing for a spontaneous adventure. So just deciding to get outdoors is great, but if you're going to do something like wild swimming, or you're going to go on a trail, or you're going to go for a longer walk, you know, it's really, really important to be safe. It's really important to know, to have prepared from what you're wearing, to have a little backup of a drink, or, you know, some food. So that video was fantastic, and Jen is absolutely incredible. So that's really, really, really good, really, really good. And so that kind of has been some of what's been going on. I have got one last thing, but I don't think I'm going to get into that. That's more of a personal video, which is just about having too much wine at the weekend. And I don't think we should talk about that here, so maybe not mention it, or maybe next time. But anyway, that's the first vlog at FINDRA, and that's a month in the life of FINDRA. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've not really stopped for air, and I certainly haven't drank my tea, but I hope you've all enjoyed that, and I hope that if you do like it, please subscribe and like, and because it's our first one, please leave a little comment to tell us what sort of content you would like, and we will pull one of your names out of a hat and you'll get a nice pair of FINDRA socks. How does that sound? See you next time. Bye.